Hello folks, I thought I'd do a part two because I know some people will say, well, your analogy to bulletproof vests is a bit of it's not a good one, because the whole point is that if everybody was vaccinated, that there would be no place for the disease to hide, you see. Now, of course, this makes the assumption, which is untrue, that some people that are vaccinated aren't conferred immunity to that particular virus, because the vaccine doesn't cause them to generate antibodies, so it hasn't worked on them. So that's a hole in it anyway. So even if you vaccinated everybody, there would still be a proportion of the population who would, theoretically at least anyway, be vulnerable to that virus. So that's the first hole in the argument. So secondly, you got 6.5 billion people on the planet. Well, how many of them do you need to vaccinate before there's nowhere for the disease to hide? Yeah. And then thirdly, we go to the opposite end of the argument, which, for example, if you're travelling abroad, we in Britain we have leaflets sort of saying information for travellers going abroad, and it's a government produced thingy that says, oh, if you're going to these funny countries, you need these vaccines because they've got all these dodgy diseases here, and if you're going this area of the planet, you need these vaccines and you should take this and whatever, and that medicate and whatever. And so the premise is that if you're going to somewhere where the disease is prevalent, and one assumes therefore that there hasn't been a mass vaccination in that country, it might be perhaps a poor country where that sort of thing don't happen, and the inference there is that if you go down to the doctor and you say, here doc, give us that vaccine, then you can rest assured that if you go off to that country, that you are protected from that virus. Okay, so you got two sides of the argument here. You got one official document saying if you're going there, effectively put your bulletproof vest on. Okay, yeah. And the other one saying, well, that bulletproof vest won't work if not everybody's vaccinated, which means that really, if you use that logic, nobody should travel abroad. Because if a few people travel abroad and all the rest of the people in that country haven't been vaccinated, then that vaccination you've had is potentially useless, according to the logic that says we should all be vaccinated because otherwise the vaccines won't be effective. So which way is it? You got. I mean, it's sort of like we want our cake and eat it, isn't it? You know, on one hand, if you're vaccinated, you're protected against the disease, even if everybody else isn't vaccinated, right? Well, that's on one hand. And on the other hand, they're saying, oh, well, actually, if you're vaccinated and everybody else isn't, then you're potentially not protected, because really, for your protection, everybody should be vaccinated. It's like, hold on, which is right? Where's this logic? And some people say, oh, but it depends on the virus, doesn't it? That's probably the next argument that will come up. Oh, it depends on the virus. I'm like, huh? What? So I just thought I'd have this little part two to the vid to kind of, I was trying to get my head around the logic. I was trying to go, hold on, but if you're sold this, you know, like you have it, you're protected, yeah? But if they don't have it, they're not protected, right? But if you have it, you're protected, but only if they all have it as well. Like, huh? Well, hold on. Which is right? Hold on. Have I missed something somewhere? And how come the people that are vaccinated tend to go down with the diseases very often more than the people that don't. Hold on. But they're protected by the vaccination. I'm getting a bit confused here. Perhaps some wise sage will go, but you're missing this vital bit of info. That's what I like about YouTube. You put these videos up, you get some good comments. I expect I will get some good comments as well. But anyway, thanks for watching, and appreciate the comments, and good or bad, because we've all got our different points of view, and I might have information that somebody else hasn't looked at, or somebody else might have information I haven't looked at. So, but there's interesting bits of logic there, so I was just trying to throw a few bits into the see what people think there. Cheers for now.